Welcome to XCW Greed. What an amazing night of action we have coming up here tonight, including Kurt Acid versus Elucifer and your XCW Championship match between D.T.C and Cena Chris Jones in a TLC match. But we've got a doozy coming up right here to begin XCW Greed 2004. And it's got everybody's favorite, the skeleton of XCW. And we're talking about none other than Eternal Darkness. And Eternal Darkness is getting ready to come out here, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful July day here at the XCW Arena. I'm Fletch. I'm ready to get this rolling. And there he is. One of the men who 1 year to this day almost began a feud with his opponent tonight, Circus Clown, and really these guys date further back than even Greed of 2003. In the very first episode of XCW, March 8th of 2003. Seen a match between Nightmare and Circus Clown, and the two faced off in a crazy table match, which later seen Eternal Darkness emerge, and Eternal Darkness decimated Nightmare at the end of that match after Nightmare defeated Circus Clown by chokeslamming him through a table. Actually, crazy night, crazy. And that was in the XCW's first day. Could you imagine right here, 2004, a year and a half later, we still have Circus Clown versus Eternal Darkness, and there he is, Circus Clown, and he's just happy to be here. Look at him. Happy-go-lucky. He's always in a good mood. You've seen last week here on XCW TV, he was an honorary member of Hazard's group, Blackout Inc., and was even going to be make a guest appearance on our sister company, NAW New Age Wrestling, owned by Hazard. And he had a huge main event between himself and Tsunami. And here we go. This match is underway. Circus Clown going right after Eternal Darkness with clubs to the back and a DDT. Circus Clown coming in hot already in this match. But you know, at NAW, Hazard and Tsunami faced off in the main event in a 60-man Iron Man match. Circus Clown, part of that. Eternal Darkness trying to fight back, but Circus Clown is on a mean streak. And another DDT. This time by Eternal Darkness, and he goes for cover 2 and foot on the rope there. Circus Clown. The match continues. Eternal Darkness stomping away at Circus Clown as Psycho tries to get back to his feet here. Circus Clown trying to play the distraction, clubs to the back of Eternal Darkness, and yet another DDT takes Eternal Darkness down. The referee trying to break these men up in what is one of the most heated feuds of the past year of XCW TV. This is the second annual XCW Greed. First held last July 2003. Non-televised event. Oh my God! A pedigree from Circus Clown, and I think Psycho's making a mistake here. He should have went for the pin. Should have went for the pinfall instead of celebrating with the crowd. That may have cost him the match. He's going for the Hurrah chokeslam here. And he gets him. Hurrah chokeslam on Eternal Darkness. I don't know why Circus Clown's wasting time. That's right, get that pin. 1, 2, and a kick out from Eternal Darkness. This match continues here at Greed. So glad you could join us here on XCW's YouTube page for XCW Greed 2004. And Psycho Circus Clown is in control. Looks like he's going for the Carnival Crossface. And he's got him, the Carnival Crossface. And if Eternal Darkness taps here, this will be the end of the match. Psycho Circus Clown. And there he goes. I think he tapped. Is that the end of the match? No, maybe not. Thought that was the end there. What's Psycho got in mind here? Oh, another pedigree. Or version of a pedigree there. And you see Psycho Circus Clown celebrating. And I think that's the reason why Psycho's not capitalizing on this match. Because he's hitting all these big time moves, but he doesn't bother going for the decision here. That may cost Psycho the match. I could give Eternal Darkness the edge here. Looked like you're trying to get him in a camel clutch, but Eternal Darkness got out of it. Now he's got him in what looks like a sleeper hold. Psycho Circus Clown has been firmly in control thus far in the match. And stomping away from Psycho Circus Clown on Eternal Darkness. Tonight you're going to see the winner of the Extreme King Battle Royal, Chris Jones, going one-on-one with D.T.C in a TLC match. The first TLC match in XCW history. Can't wait for you guys to see it. And yet a third pedigree from Psycho Circus Clown. And if that's not it right there, I don't know what is. Psycho with a pin, 2, 3, and there it is. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Psycho Circus Clown pulls out the win on Eternal Darkness. What a huge win and a huge match for Psycho Circus Clown here at XCW Greed. This match is for the XCW Cruiserweight Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cruiserweight Championship is on the line, and 2004 has definitely been a year for the championship to change hands. And our former champion here, Nick Klaus, actually forfeited the championship due to, not defending the championship within 30 days, which puts us at this contest here tonight at Greed 2004. And first up is our former Cruiserweight champion himself, Biohazard, and he's not very well liked by this crowd, if that tells you anything. Biohazard is on fire here tonight, and he's looking to regain the XCW Cruiserweight Championship that he lost in a fatal four-way that involved himself, Nick Klaus, Elucifer, and Eternal Darkness. And he looks to regain that championship here tonight, and he very well could, because he's facing off against a newcomer here in the XCW. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, here he comes now, Spitfire. Spitfire, the new face of the Cruiserweight division here. And he very well could change the face of XCW and the Cruiserweight division. All he's got to do is knock off former champion Biohazard. Could you imagine what it would do for Spitfire's career to not only win the Cruiserweight Championship in his very first night in XCW, but knock off an XCW seasoned vet at this point, a year and a half in, one of the men, the founding fathers of XCW, and a former Cruiserweight champion. And the bell sounds. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. One-on-one, we got Biohazard Spitfire, and it looks like it could be a slugfest. Right from the get-go here, Biohazard with shots to the back of the head, back of the neck area of Spitfire, followed by a DDT. The Spitfire looks like he's in survival mode here. Well, technical difficulty there, and as the camera shut off, looks like Biohazard was setting up for a suplex. He got him, and then a brain buster, dropping Spitfire right down on his head. And then he blatantly smacks him in the face and sets him up yet again here for a suplex. Or brainbuster, rather. And Biohazard definitely has a mean streak, ladies and gentlemen. There's definitely zero doubt about that. And that could play in the favor of Biohazard over Spitfire tonight. Not to mention that Spitfire has to get over the jitters of his very first XCW match here. Biohazard going to the outside of the ring here. This is no disqualification rules. This is Extreme Championship Wrestling. Spitfire going up top here. Is he going to dive to the outside? He does, but he catches what looks like a pop can to the face. So that was a huge mistake there from Spitfire. Biohazard had him going there. Oh my God! A chair shot to the head. Spitfire maybe through early. Another rough chair shot, and he's just beating Spitfire down. He's trying to end Spitfire here. And a leg drop down across the throat with a chair. And there's two. And Spitfire, he just has a never die kind of attitude. He takes a suplex down here on the outside of the ring. What's Biohazard setting up for here? Oh my God, what a vicious body slam. I don't even think I could handle that. I don't think I could do that. I would be finished right now. And Spitfire still somehow gets back to his feet. But Biohazard quick on the attack and a stunner. And a little reminiscent of Blade there from Biohazard. A little odd, if you ask me. Biohazard bringing out the ladder here. Looks like he's trying to set this ladder up here on the outside of the ring. What has he got in mind? What does Biohazard have in mind? What is he going to do with this kid? A little wobbly. Comes down, drops the forearm across the gut. And another 2 count. And if I know Biohazard's going to get very angry here very soon. He's going to get very frustrated. Especially after taking a huge clothesline from Spitfire for the first time in this match. Looks like Spitfire's in control and it does a big splash, but it doesn't pay off. The vet, Biohazard, is going to take advantage of this. And who'd blame him? Spitfire missing the huge splash off the top. Biohazard looks like he may be going for one of his own. Spitfire may be done here. He's out. Biohazard playing to the crowd a little bit. What's he going to do to him? And he missed as well. Now Spitfire has a chance to come back. Chair shots. Biohazard. And he finally goes down after the 3rd or 4th chair shot. Spitfire up on the top of the ladder here. Snowman's laying there. And it looks like he caught Biohazard, but I don't really think he caught all of Biohazard that he wanted to. Catches his leg, takes him to the ground here. And a big splash, but it looks like he might have caught the knees. Biohazard trying to roll up Spitfire here. And he does 1, 2, and a kick out from Spitfire. And there it is. That's exactly what I said a little bit ago. Biohazard's going to get frustrated. And he goes for desperation stunner, I think, there. And that could be the end of Spitfire. Although Spitfire's got a lot of fight in him. Oh my god! A power bomb just laid out Spitfire. That's got to be it. Man, is that fat lady not singing or what? Somebody threw a shoe out there. Biohazard got his knee in the back of Spitfire here. We got him in some kind of chokehold. What does Spitfire got in mind? He rolls him up. He rolls him up. 1, 2. No way! Spitfire just won the Cruiserweight Championship. And Biohazard an attack down on Spitfire. Spitfire is the Cruiserweight champion, although he doesn't look much of like one. But ladies and gentlemen, Spitfire is the Cruiserweight champion. And a suplex down on that chair. You know things are not over between Biohazard and Spitfire. Biohazard is even out here attacking officials. Spitfire doing everything he can to try to fight back. What a heated confrontation we have between these two here. Biohazard is upset. He's not the Cruiserweight champion. Ladies and gentlemen, we're setting up now here for a very odd but very special match with two seasoned vets here in the XCW. We're talking about former XCW champion Kurt Acid as he takes on one-on-one in action here, Elucifer. And Elucifer is an intimidating guy. Elucifer recently having a bit of a scuffle with our XCW Power Champion Psycore. And it looks as if Elucifer is injured. He's in a sling. It makes you wonder if Elucifer's even going to be able to compete in this match. How do you compete in a sling? But Elucifer looks dressed for action, looks ready to go, and in that case, I guess we're going to have a match. Elucifer and well, here he comes, Kurt Acid, ladies and gentlemen. Former XCW champion Kurt Acid at Greed, at Sin in April. Knocked off Fletch, knocked off myself, and became XCW champion. Though he didn't formally pin me, or did I formally tap out? I do have problems with my ankle, and he put me in an ankle lock until I passed out, which he was then deemed champion. And we seen him go against the likes of guys like D.T.C, who he lost the championship to. We've seen him lose to guys like Chris Jones. And there we go, Elucifer with a huge forearm going right after. There's that sling. Doesn't look like he's too hurt after all, huh? Elucifer in control right off the bat. He's a ball of fire coming right after Kurt Acid, and it's kind of smart by Elucifer. He's up against a former world champion here, and he's doing everything he can to knock off Kurt Acid. Hard right hands from Elucifer. Taking Kurt Acid down. A near fall there. Lucifer's got to. He's got to pace himself now. He came out of ball fire. He came out on fire at the beginning, but right there, That stuff like that, that's going to cost him. And that's why Kurt Acid is back on top of this match. He's got Elucifer cornered there. Hard right hands and chops in the corner. And this could be the opening that the former XCW champion Kurt Acid needed to defeat Elucifer. And Elucifer almost going to the outside there. And a splash from Kurt Acid in the corner. Kurt Acid is a very talented wrestler, very, very good skilled mat wrestler. And he got an atomic drop there. If Kurt Acid can keep this momentum, he's definitely got this match in the bag. He's going to defeat Elucifer easy. And like I said, Kurt Acid just coming off of a huge title reign, facing guys like Fletch and D.T.C. and Hazard and all these guys that he's faced in recent weeks. Knocking off Elucifer shouldn't be as big of a task as some of his other foes recently. Elucifer going up top. What has Elucifer got in mind here? Goes for, looked like a forearm, and he did catch him. He caught Kurt Acid. Both men are down here in the middle of the ring as the referee begins his count. Who's going to make it to their feet? And ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure that both teams, New Power Generation and VK2, are keeping a close eye on this match, as if recently it looks as if Kurt Acid has been in the line of fire of both teams. And I don't know if that'll play a card in tonight's action or not, but an enziguri to the back of the head of Kurt Acid. And that might have put Kurt Acid out. That might have been the opening that Elucifer needed to get back into this match. Or maybe not. Elucifer on the attack here, and it looks as if maybe he's choking. It looks like the referee's trying to break the choke here. And like I said, New Power Generation members Blade, Vapor, and Chris Jones, as well as VK2, Fletch, D.T.C, and Cynical. Looks as if they've all had some issues with Kurt Acid. Kurt Acid is, I hate to call him a troublemaker, but he hasn't exactly aligned himself with anybody, and in a point in time right now when there's huge factions like MPG and VK2 and Blackout Inc., for Kurt to not align himself with any of those teams questions what's going to happen to him. I mean, it seems as if here in XCW lately it's been kind of gang warfare. Well, I think we've even seen Elucifer teaming up with Eternal Darkness from time to time, and the two are mortal enemies. I mean, the two have it out for each other all the time. And Eternal Darkness has even made a challenge to Elucifer for a match at SummerMania 2 in August. What does Kurt Acid have in mind here? He looks like he's setting up Elucifer for a spinning neck breaker. It looks like you ever seen The Exorcist? He just flipped Eternal Darkness's head around on his shoulders. And he gets a near count. And just like I've been saying all night, the same thing we've seen in the Cruiserweight Championship match, Biohazard got frustrated, and it cost him the match. Neither one of these men need to get frustrated because it's going to cost them the match. And that was a huge move from Kurt Acid, a very unorthodox move from Kurt Acid, something you don't see from him too often. Look like an enziguri kick to Elucifer. But it didn't keep Elucifer down long, and there's a back body drop from Elucifer down on Kurt Acid. And what has Elucifer got in mind here? Looks like he was trying to maybe get Kurt Acid an pile driver, but it didn't work. Back body drop drops Elucifer to the ground, and Kurt Acid looks like he may be going for the acid drop. He's trying to get the acid drop on him. Can he get it? He's got him set up for the acid drop, but he can't get it. Gives him a Russian leg sweep instead, and there's a pin. 2, 3. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Kurt Acid has pulled it out, but wait, whoa. That's Chris Jones. That's unit Chris Jones. And he's attacking. There's Blade. And Vapor. That's New Power Generation. MPG is out here. Kurt Acid's fighting for his life. I told you guys. I told you that New Power Generation and VK2 were lurking. They were close ahead. It's very selfish of Chris Jones to get involved in this situation when he's got a championship match tonight against D.T.C. He should be focusing. But they're doing the number on Kurt Acid right now. They're destroying him. And you know, oddly enough, Vapor and Kurt Acid used to be partners in a team, ladies and gentlemen, that we all know as Team Rain, and there's a stunner from Blade. Vapor trying to pull his former partner to his feet. And that is exactly what they're doing, and looks like Vapor's setting him up for Vaporizer, and he does. Vaporizer from Vapor. Vapor has a title defense of his own to here tonight, defending his Intercontinental Championship against Fletch. And oh my God, through that makeshift stop sign table, they're decimating Kurt Acid here. Now look at this. Chairs and trash can lids and stop signs, and this is a mugging. This is an absolute brutal mugging from MPG, and this is exactly what MPG does. There's a Lake Erie leg submission locked in from Vapor as Blade works him on the chair here. Here comes Cena Chris Jones with a reverse rolling thunder down on the chair. Oh my God, after this vicious attack, we may never see Kurt Acid again. Wait, there's VK2. There's VK2. Fletch and D.T.C. and a huge clothesline. Is VK2 coming to save Kurt Acid? Conspicuous by his absence is Cynical. Wow. What events have transpired here? We know D.T.C. we defending his XCW Championship against Chris Jones, which may be part of the reason why they're out here, but D.T.C. just laid out Kurt Acid. This is just a war zone, ladies and gentlemen, a war zone. And Vapor taking out both members of VK2. And now the beatdown from MPG on the VK2. And this, man, Fletch and D.T.C. both have title opportunities here tonight. And they might have put that in jeopardy coming out here and facing MPG head on. Somebody's got to get out here and stop this madness. Blade and D.T.C. fighting. Chris Jones and Vapor doing a double beatdown on Kurt Acid. There's a stunner, and we know the history between Blade and Fletch. A long-standing history between Blade and Fletch. And Blade himself has a title opportunity. Blade's supposed to be facing off with Psycore next here At Greed 2004, Fletch's leg stuck in that ladder. Kurt Acid beat down with a chair. Moving right along here, ladies and gentlemen, at XCW's Greed 2004, we have Blade already in the ring, ready to go. And we're about to be joined here, ladies and gentlemen, by the XCW Power Champion. There he is, Psycore. And Psycore hasn't been in the XCW for quite that long, and he's already made a huge name for himself. He came right in at the Rain Show in May, immediately took down the giant named Milf Hunter right off the bat. It didn't take him long before he defeated Power Champion Chris Jones. And then we've seen him knock off Elucifer. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. He's got Blade in a choke early. And Blade was the first XCW champion in history. And what would it do for Psychore's career to knock off the first XCW champion in history here tonight? Like, he's already got an illustrious list of names that he's knocked off. Milf Hunter, former European champion, in his debut, he went on to defeat Elucifer twice and defeated Chris Jones last week at Extreme King, and now a choke slam to Blade, and now he's got an opportunity to knock off the former XCW champion. Psycore is going to be a player for years to come in the XCW here. As Psycore walking the tightrope, but Blade got the hell out of Dodge. Referee is counting Blade out here, and this is not a very smart decision, but Blade can't win the XCW Power Championship by countout. If he gets counted out, he doesn't win any championships. Blade, reluctant, but back in the ring to face Psycore one-on-one. Psycore picks him up and a body slam to Blade. And Psycore, just like he has been with all of his other opponents, is totally dominant right now. And Blade setting him up for a stunner. Setting him up for the stunner. If he gets this, it could be the end. And there it is. The stunner. 1, 2, and a kick out from the Power Champion. Blade clubs to the back here. He's already pulled out his best. He pulled out the stunner. Now he's got to figure out what he's got to do to put him away, but Psychore's got him for a tombstone pile driver, and this could be it. There it is. Tombstone. 1, 2, 3. And Psychore's domination continues. Still the XCW Power Champion, Psycore, here at Greed 2004. Like there was any doubt, Psychore's dominant. This match is for the XCW Intercontinental Championship. First, making his way to the ring, the XCW European Champion Fletch, as Fletch defeated Biohazard to become the XCW European Champion, and we now know for sure Fletch is going to be the final XCW European Champion. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the final time that you see the European Championship in the XCW. It will be retired after tonight. Fletch will forever be known as the final European Champion. But Fletch has the opportunity here tonight to win yet a different championship as he faces off against New Power Generation's own Vapor, who is the Intercontinental Champion. And we hear the music of Vapor right here as Vapor makes his way to the ring, and there he is. And we've already seen Vapor in action tonight. Him and his new Power Generation buddies Blade and Chris Jones did a number on Kurt Acid, but Fletch and D.T.C are not exactly innocent in that. They're part of the beatdown. And that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. The International or Intercontinental Championship, whichever you'd like to call it here. We're starting off with a test of strength right at the bell here. Fletch in control of the test of strength early. And this is a battle of the teams here. MPG versus VK2. Fletch representing VK2. Vapor representing MPG. And this is our semi-main event, ladies and gentlemen. We have another MPG versus VK2 match. Chris Jones versus D.T.C. TLC for the XCW Championship still to come. Fletch with the Irish whip to the corner and a big splash to Vapor. Fletch looks like he's setting him up for a side effect, and he does. Side effect to Vapor. Fletch quick on the attack. Going after Vapor. It looks like he's trying to set him up for a bulldog here. Vapor gets out of it. Irish whip into the corner. And a kick, and Fletch goes for yet another side effect. And that one kept Vapor grounded. Fletch with hard stomp to the back of Vapor. Fletch, European champion. Vapor, Intercontinental champion. And DDT spiking Vapor's head down into the mat. Any more of this, and Fletch will be a double champion. Call him the Euro Continental champion here. Vapor, Irish whip to Fletch. Hard kick. Could he be sending him up for the vaporizer early? No, he gives him a DDT. And a pin here. 1, 2, and a kick out. Now, I don't know what's more at stake here. Team supremacy of VK2 and MPG or the Intercontinental Championship. There's a hard chop from Fletch in the corner to Vapor. And Vapor out of nowhere with a spear. 1, 2. I thought that was going to be it right there. I'm not going to lie to you. Vapor with it. Looks like he was going for a spear in the corner, but he gets bulldog for his trouble. Fletch in control of the match. And it makes you wonder if Blade is close near. We've already seen MPG do an attack here tonight. Fletch and Blade have never and may never settle their differences. But Fletch has a huge opportunity to become Intercontinental Champion here tonight, and that could be a good thing for Blade. If Fletch can win the Intercontinental Championship from Vapor, Blade could have a future title opportunity to bring it back home for MPG, and there's a drop kick from Vapor. Vapor looks like he's setting him up. He goes for the middle rope and drops the elbow, goes for a pin here. 2, and another kick out from Fletch. What an amazing night here. Agreed already. Vapor looks like he's setting him up for the vaporizer. Could this be it? Vaporizer! If he gets him here, it's over. 1, 2, 3 it is. MPG with the first big win here tonight. When it comes to VK2 versus MPG, if the same thing happens tonight, Chris Jones will be the new XCW champion. The TLC match for the XCW championship, Chris Jones, D.T.C next here at Greed 2004. This match is a TLC match for the XCW championship. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the moment we've all been waiting for. MPG, New Power Generation versus VK2, Virtual Killers 2. It's our main event at Greed. It's for the XCW Championship. It's for everything, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot elaborate how huge this contest is. This is Chris Jones' first opportunity at an XCW Championship, and he needs this win coming off of a huge loss to Psycore. And Psycore defeated Chris Jones at Extreme King to become the XCW Power Champion, but it worked out for Chris in the end, because Chris then later on in the night won the Extreme King Battle Royal, and the Extreme King Battle Royal gave him the opportunity to go up against the World Champion, the XCW Champion, here in our forthcoming contest with VK2's D.T.C. And D.T.C. is a seasoned vet, began XCW on XCW's inaugural show, March 8, 2003. But this is D.T.C.'s first run as the XCW champion. So this is a monumental time in D.T.C.'s career. He's the XCW champion for the first time. He's also the front runner leading his VK2 team to a possible victory, and he needs it after Vapor just defeated Fletch for the International Championship. It's gonna be tough for D.T.C. and Chris Jones both. They have to pull out all the stops to get the XCW Championship in this TLC, and this is a first ever, ladies and gentlemen. There has never been a TLC match in XCW history, and a hard clothesline from D.T.C. done on Chris Jones to start this match. Irish whipped Chris Jones into the ropes here, and it looks like a big boot knocks Chris damn near out of the ring. That's a solid way to start for the XCW champion D.T.C. And it looks like these guys are not going to be contained inside the ring. Oh, no. This is a TLC match, and this is a heated rivalry, and things are about to get rough. Bulldog followed by a package pile driver from C-Unit Chris Jones. A kick from D.T.C. Chris laid off of him for 1 second. D.T.C. capitalized. He's got that chair and that chair shot. Blades out here. Members of MPG are watching this match closely to their new member, Chris Jones, that they introduced last week. They would love to see the XCW Championship in the MPG camp. Who wouldn't? Unless you're in VK2, you know. Chris Jones trying to set up that table, but D.T.C. won't let him. And there's the stroke. Chris's head goes right into that steel chair, and now D.T.C. in control. D.T.C. has that very large table. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first of its kind. It's the first TLC match in XCW history. And D.T.C. looks like he's trying to set up a table right here. Both men have chairs. Chris went to... Oh no, well, this is a strange turn of events. They're both setting up the table. They're kind of working together. But whose demise are they setting up for? Who is going to end up going through that table? It's going to be D.T.C. or Chris Jones. Looks like Chris is setting him up. Body slam. There he goes. Down through that table. Chris Jones early put D.T.C. through a table, and you can see the effects of it there. D.T.C. may be through. Chris Jones grabbing the ladder, going after the championship. This could be over a little quicker than we anticipated. Chris is on top of that ladder. D.T.C. pushes the ladder. Chris goes back to the ground. Like I said before, this match goes a little deeper than just the XCW Championship. This match goes for brand supremacy, VK2 and MPG. DTC's got yet another table set up. Both men are on this table. And a pile driver of his own. D.T.C. head first. Chris Jones head first into that table. D.T.C. trying to pull Chris Jones back to his feet. Table's been destroyed. Chris, like a long dart, thrown into the ring. What does D.T.C. have in mind here? Trying to flip that table over. It's not going to do him any good. That table's through. Chris trying to go for that championship match. And that's the object of this match, ladies and gentlemen, to gain control of that championship. Become the XCW champion. D.T.C. has an interesting contraption set up here with the table and a chair. Hard Irish whip D.T.C. Oh my God! D.T.C.'s dead, ladies and gentlemen. D.T.C. is done. He just got Irish whipped, and I don't mean just Irish whipped, but he got Irish whipped hard into the table and chair contraption there. But still somehow makes it to his feet to stop Chris Jones from getting the XCW championship. And what would it do for not only MPG, but for Chris Jones' career? If Chris Jones wins this, he'll be the XCW champion for the first time ever. Back body drop, and did you see that bounce? And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, not only is there a table there, there's a chair underneath that table. And he just got back body dropped on a chair and a table. He may be done for. Chris looks like he's setting him up for the super kick, and he does. Super kick lays out D.T.C. At this point, after that back body drop and the super kick, Chris should not be picking D.T.C. up for more punishment. He should be climbing the ladder and becoming the XCW champion. But it looks as if Chris Jones is going to continue the punishment on D.T.C., and it looks like it might have cost him. D.T.C. got something there. Oh my God! It almost took out the cameraman. What looked like a pop can, it flew right at the camera screen. And now D.T.C. firmly in control with an Irish whip into the ring. And had Chris pulled the trigger following that back body drop and super kick, this match could have been over and he could have been the XCW champion. But instead, now, you're looking at D.T.C. back to his feet. This is looking pretty equal. Back and forth action between these guys. Chris looks like he's going to set him up for another pile driver. But D.T.C. with a back body drop of his own on Chris. D.T.C. looks like he's got those 2x4s. He's going to make a 2x4 table. It looks like. Could you imagine the destruction of that table? And a headbutt to the groin area, to the midsection. Table is set. D.T.C. is looking like he's going to try to set Chris Jones up for failure here. He's not going to pile drive him through it. He's not going to get it here. Chris gets out of it. Chris, no. Oh my God. Did you see those boards break? Did you see that table break? D.T.C. back body drop through the table. The table disintegrated. Chris stealing people's bikes. These guys will stop at nothing to be the XCW champion. To walk into their camp's locker room at the end of the day with the XCW title, they will stop at nothing. And just like last time, D.T.C. setting up another chair and table concoction here. And that ended up costing D.T.C last time. Could it pay off this time? What does D.T.C have in mind? D.T.C trying to lay Chris down over the boards, and he does. And oh my God, you just see the wood split underneath Chris Jones. D.T.C needs to be going for the championship. Don't worry about picking Chris up. Go for the title. No more punishment. It's almost as if he heard me. Here he goes after the XCW title. Chris is back up. And stops D.T.C dead in his tracks. And that's what this match is all about, ladies and gentlemen. Taking possession of the XCW title to become XCW champion. We've seen it all come into play here. Tables, ladders, and chairs. In XCW's first TLC match in history. Both men have chairs. D.T.C now has a piece of wood. And it looks like he hit Chris in the side. Maybe a little bit of the arm there. Irish whip. Both men are spent. Both men coming to the end here. Both men now back in the ring. Far away. And this is a smart strategy from D.T.C as he hooks that bulldog there. If D.T.C can pull Chris Jones into the ring, hit him with this finisher, the 5-star frog splash looks like he's setting him up for. And he gets it! The 5-star frog splash. He's laid him out. He laid out Chris Jones. Now all D.T.C's got to do is get to the outside, climb the ladder, retrieve the XCW Championship, and Chris Jones is officially defeated. And after 5-star frog splash, I don't think Chris is going to make it to his feet. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's over. I think we could call D.T.C the XCW champion once and for all. D.T.C having some trouble setting up the ladder, which is bad news. He's buying Chris time. He's buying Chris time to get back to his feet. He's got it. The ladder's set up. He's on his way. He got it. He got it. He got it. No. Chris Jones, too much time. And a Uranagi from C Unit. Chris is climbing up. He's climbing up. And it's over. A new XCW champion, Chris Jones. His first. And New Power Generation is going to be stoked. They're going to be happy. Chris Jones is the new champion. And there's Blade. There's Vapor. Here comes the party. Here comes New Power Generation's party. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for you here tonight. Thank you for joining us here at Greed 2004.